Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LPL matchup.
It's much more of a recognized thing. The Nidalee pass, you must be this good to play Nidalee to justify the pick. Beidrou's going to lock this in. It is against a struggling RNG, but Gidges. So that was just the thing. Fun thing about LGD, the name doesn't actually mean that much. It means Laugandier, which is a kind of chili oil. It's a chili oil sponsor, which they no longer have a sponsor for anymore. Anyway, TT walking in for level 1. Beidrou looking to get aggressive early and just force Gedju away from his first camp.
Yeah, it's great stuff. Exactly what you want to do to set this Graves behind. And there's not much the bot lane of RNG can do, except for a flash knockup on top of Beidrou, who is ignited, and he does go down. It's first blood over to Huan Feng. They do get a trade of kills back, and that means a lot of flashes are going to get burnt. And Feather has no flash left to burn. So 2 kills for Huan Feng.
Said his 100th game with the LPL starts very poorly for him.
Oh, that's a tough life. And there's Ignite in the top lane and a flash auto forward. He's not able to out heal the potion juice with a solo kill right now. Honestly, battle tested after, you know, having to deal with Bin, and Beidrou is not able to help out as much as you'd really like your jungler to. At least Hoya is going to be able to get this wave in. But he's going to get driven off and ignited again. Never mind, bro. Never mind. Juice is just... He's going crazy right now.
You know, I've heard of apple juice. I've heard of orange. They get them in the first place. Tinywan and Gedju going into the enemy jungle.
Gonna get right on top of this Leona. It's not going to do a whole lot of damage. And now potential turnaround here as the Solar Flare comes out. Gedju a little stuck here. He's able to get away from the CC for now, but chasing him down, and it's time for UCal to speed skate around this fight. Great ultimate coming out from the Misfortune, but after a couple minutes, it doesn't hit anybody else, and these health bars are getting real low. It's UCal, and it's 1xN getting the kills for TT.
Typically, when you get resets in bot lane or you win bot lane, support has a very easy time when your AD carry is resetting to just walk towards mid lane and make sure there's no funny business there. And you can see that these support movements can be very, very impactful in plays like that, and also around playing towards objectives like this. Beidrou going to get a dragon for TT, so that means that our early objectives are split right down the middle. TT with 3 grubs and the Infernal Dragon.
Just a bit of a drive-by, and a lot less value from Graves coming up to try and help out as XZC forced to flash away. On this bottom side, I mean, TT is just given so much gold over to UCal right
So
now.
if you want to learn about LPL macro, it's slightly different here because Huan Feng's gotten such a good advantage here in the mid lane. We're talking about Ezreal being hard to catch in these fights. Very similar situation, and Zeri has a absolute butt ton of gold to throw at these next fights.
Yeah, just a little too good for TT ever since that jungle fight. Things have gone 1,500 gold. It's not a whole lot, but it's worrisome.
Would you like to know the results that RNG have had since Xiao, who has left the roster? Hang on, there might be negation. You know, we'll talk about that later. Tower's gone. Have they lost a life for it, though? Beidrou.
Huan Feng taking a lot of damage, but the bullet time along with the stun, it's a lot of damage onto Ezreal. The question is, can they turn it around as it's UCal coming in and poking away, trying to speed skate around. Is forced to flash away. Some teleports coming in as XZZ trying to put in as much damage as he can, but unable to take anybody else out. The flash, it's just a little bit too much. They put too much burden on him that even if he's having these crazy good fights, it just might not be enough.
So, just before that, I was going to ask that question of...
Identity, going into like 2025 and beyond, because, you know, as you said, when you lose your identity, things get tough. Oh my god, the poke damage. You know, I swore I saw an LPL TikTok just
We have a new hope here in the jungle. Obe-Chuan Kenobi helps with the spear out there in long range and absolutely slaughters down Huan Feng. We do have a catch onto Feather, but he has flash and ult. He's not going to be any danger. And now TT with Herald, they're going to keep pushing for a fight.
Oh, he is the danger. He wants to go back in. Equalizer out. It's just going to force UCal to hop over the wall. All that vision control in the topside jungle is... This is the TT we expected to see.
It was, and that level 1 notwithstanding, this has still been a good game from TT. And you know what?
Building a Zeri army in the mid lane.
Oh, that's great. You need to have like the Nico and LeBlanc there as well. It's like your clone army is very impressive. You must be very proud of me.
A little scary when it's getting popped.
I've been deceived by those before. It depends how well you use it. As Beidrou walking up, Beidrou is now really fed too, despite his terrible early game. Beidrou trusted in the force of this Nidalee. There is a Baron startup from RNG. You can't stick on this, though. The Zyra to really burst this. Feather's being engaged onto it. I don't think they win this fight. No, they don't.
They don't have any damage. Gedju is burning away and has finally fallen. And Meganar is here to cause some havoc and just keep the carries out pretty much, as Alistar is going to be made into grade A beef. There's an equalizer coming down to the very least. Let's see if Juice is able to do anything. Yucal sustaining through. It's just far too much. You get a kill on the way back for Misfortune.
Initial engage. Feather is very tanky, and TT gonna get themselves to Soul Point. They get themselves multiple Mountain Dragons. This game is about as good as done. TT, they've kicked off their hyperdrive.
Them back into the game. It's the old copy pasta.
Man, the fact that that was from, you know what, that was an RNG copy pasta. Hoya's gonna die here on the side lane. We miss MLXG and his ability to play out the game. It's gonna be not put out from Gage to take down Hoya. I miss that MLXG copy pasta. Back for a steal. Tenuan has ult, has flash. He's probably gonna flash him for a combo, pop the ult, and see how much time he can buy.
Hey, you know what? He's had some pretty nice combos throughout this game, despite them not coming at the greatest time, trying to do what he can to keep this Nidalee out. It's not enough. The bullet time is going to keep people in a confined area, but it's just a big damage diff. As much as Misfortune has had a great game. Although, we're seeing a bit of a turnaround because Juice has shown up, but Beishuan has gone golden, and that bought enough time for 1XN to get. I'm going to come in and serve him right up into a wall and call it a day.
Yeah, I mean, Hoya's not had the easiest game. I think he has struggled. Oh, Spear's hit. Spear, unassisted, needs no setup. Beichuan, again, the new hope for TT, takes him down.
Yep, he is passing the Nidalee bar. It didn't look like it earlier on in the game, but has firmly gotten there as the inhibitors begin to fall, as RNG has no response. We're seeing Teleport come in on the... no, that's a replay. I'm sorry. My bad. I was like, why are we in frame and frame? As the Alistar will once again fall. They're just farming this cow right now. Bullet time coming through, but Huanfeng has to stand still in order to make that happen. And TT has finally run over the last remnants of RNG. Game 1 looked pretty cool in the beginning for RNG, but they were not able to get the job done. CSD buckled in, and they were ready to try and win Game 2 in 2-0 series.
Yeah, I thought that, you know, we've been making all of our Star Wars jokes. I thought it was only meant to be the Sith that used lightning hands. It's ThunderTalk. I guess it was in the name all along. They shock RNG after what was pretty poor level 1 to take.
These were the best highlights from today's LPL matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say okay. See you on the next one.